good afternoon everyone. We are with Mr. Martinez, my NSTP 1 teacher last semester. So we are going to interview him about his advocacy, which is community service. So here goes the first question. How did the desire of doing community service spark inside?
It all started back in my high school years, wherein I started my leadership journey when I was in grade 7, particularly when I entered the formerly called Supreme Student Government or SSG back in our time. One of the specific things that I can recall in those kind of journey is dated back when I was grade 12, particularly that I was the president of the same student council back then, and there were many initiatives that we were able to achieve back with my administration 5 years ago.
As a teacher and citizen of the country, how are you going to inspire students and the people in general to join your advocacy, which is community service?
As an individual, if you set a good example to the people you are surrounding with, then they will be following what you are doing. Be a good role model to the people you are surrounded with, and everything will be followed.
As an educator, why is your advocacy, which is the community service, essential, and how can it help to the development of the country?
Thank you. Entering into the education field is also still connected with doing community service, because in teaching, we're not only dealing with the situations inside the four corners of the classroom, but we are also dealing with the immersion activities, and at the same time building linkages to various stakeholders, whether it may be a government or a non-government organization, because doing a community service is also a way that you can help with your country back, and this is where the nation building is being instilled. And as an educator, and of course as a Filipino citizen as well, it's important to practice nation building, and we can do the nation building in very simple ways, and we can actually do that by means of volunteering or engaging into the community involvement activities. Or to give a concrete specific example for this is that during elections, when you are serving kung sa local pa na dialekto ka na mag-serve ka sa elections, just like the ones na giname mo sa PPCRB and so many more pa.
Is there a moment or phase wherein you lost direction or stopped advocating for a certain reason? If yes, how did you handle disagreements or conflict?
Well, to handle criticisms or disagreements, simple answer is be open-minded, listen to their side, and assess whether their feedback or their criticism could be a room for improvement. Because we all know that we are living in a world that is na we are being surrounded with what we call mga imperfections, and of course nobody is perfect, as saying goes. And to overcome with those things, learn to accept criticisms, because those criticisms would definitely help you and would definitely help us to grow as a better individual person.
Can you share some instances where community service efforts didn't go as planned, and if so, how did you adapt?
While talking about that, I have encountered this kind of situations back in my high school years, maybe due to several factors, like let's say the planned dates didn't go as planned due to time constraints and some miscommunications. To overcome these things, of course, number one, do the replanning again among my group to reassess where did we went wrong or saan kami nagkukulang. Importante po talaga yung pagsagawa ng replanning if ever a particular plan didn't work as planned. And this is also still happening even in normal situations when it comes to group activities like the students usually do. And yes, to overcome those things, replan, reassess, and then yes, those the hours that I mentioned.
In what ways does community service contribute to building a stronger sense of unity and social harmony within the community? And what specific action or projects do you think can achieve this goal?
For example, let's say in an education sector, for kumbaga, of course in education, building linkages could be one way to strengthen the community service between the workplace you are working with and the particular stakeholder that you are collaborating with. Take it for example, in my present profession, working in the NSTP department, me together with my fellow formators are also dealing with the collaborations from various stakeholders in preparation for our career work engagement. And through the collaborations that we are working with our various stakeholders that we have met presently and even before, this is also one way to not just only to strengthen the relations between us and from them, but also I believe by doing so, this is also a way to what we call mas strengthen yung tinatawag natin na yung mga students mismo will be given a chance to immerse things outside the classroom, which will definitely na makatabang o makatulong siya sa kanilang self-growth, especially na later on when they will be facing future immersions when they reach higher years and sooner in the real world profession when they graduate in their respective courses.
Can you share an example of a community service project that your student has participated in?
If we're going to go back into the first semester, given with my present profession, tree growing activity is one. Doing a tree growing activity is not just only for the sake of the shed compliance, but doing the said activity will also allow students to manifest the what we call caring for the environment. And by doing this will also allow students to immerse activities on what we can do to save our nature, given the fact that we are dealing with the global warming, we are dealing with the what we call climate change. So, and currently in our second semester, as what I mentioned a while ago, we are dealing now with our area work engagement, wherein our classes will be assigned to work with the various partner institutions. And our area work engagement, it can either be tutorial or doing information drive campaigns or so many more. So talking about this is also a little way that we can help our students to advocate what they want to advocate. Let's say in education, they can be advocating for quality education by means of doing tutorials, or let's say if you are a marine bio student, you can advocate for a basic marine education. Or let's say if you are an accountancy student or financial management student, you can advocate for financial literacy.
Thank you, sir, for your time.